Good morning, Pulsicans. How are we doing today out there in Pulse Chain land and in crypto land? A lot of fun going around as always on crypto Twitter. We are seeing, the likes of RH unfollowing everybody, affecting not only crypto Twitter, but a little bit of the price chart. Not too much, in my honest opinion. In fact, I think for that kind of news to not really affect the price chart too much, this proves to me that we are at the bottom, meaning that, bad news does not really affect the chart too much because we're about as low as we could possibly go because we're out of sellers. Today, it's just me coming at you from Puerto Rico. Dane is on vacation. The last time he took a vacation, the price chart pumped. So let's hope that happens once again. But who knows? He's over on the lake and he's having a good time with his family. So I figured I'd do at least a few shows this week for you guys because next week I'll be out of town. I'm going to be in Boston out there for the Legacy Wealth Mastermind. That's going to be an absolute blast. Trying to onboard more apartment guys. And that's what mastermind is. It's a lot of apartment syndicators. And so we're going to be out there hanging out with those guys for like 4 days, trying to onboard them into crypto and mainly our favorite Pulse Chain. Now, not everyone makes it over to Pulse Chain. I would say about 90% do. Every once in a while, they're just like, hey, put me in the most conservative asset that can give me a 5X over the entirety of the cycle. For me, if that's all they want, then it's ETH, right? ETH is the most conservative play from this point. We know the ETH ETFs have been approved, but we haven't seen a lot of price chart action from the ETH ETFs. So it's interesting to see that you could still go and front run Wall Street right now because in my opinion, now this is not financial advice, guys, because I'm just a dude on the internet who likes to speculate on his money. That's all I am. I'm nobody different than anybody else. I wish I had a crystal ball, although I'm going to show you my crystal ball here in a second. But, if I had to make one bet, I can almost for sure guarantee myself that ETH will do anywhere from a 5 to 10x from today's price points. And as we know, there's two entities in our ecosystem that holds over 300,000 Ethereum. So, whether they, buy the things that they like or not, we don't know. It's all speculation. But to me, this is definitely strong fundamentals, extremely bullish that these two particular guys love to buy the things that, we love. But let's go ahead and visit the chat. It's just me and you guys today. So I'm going to have a lot of engagement with you guys. We got Mr. D Nice here today. What's up, bro, man? I love to see you in the chat, man. I see you on Twitter all the time. You are one of the guys who are out there with more of the healthier type posts in Twitter land. And so I appreciate you, man. Hes Clips, what's up, man? Let's go. Yep. He needed to do that. People were using him, following the scam. But yeah, it's interesting. There's a couple different theories behind it. Him unfollowing people. It's one, he got tired of like the people who are big influencers in the Pulse Chain community, make their own coins, and then kind of lean on RH's clout of following them to basically launch their coin. Some people would say it's grifting. I don't know. I don't follow it that deep down the rabbit hole to go see like what their underlying cause is. I don't need to. I make money in the real world. I don't need to create a meme coin and then pull liquidity or whatever it may be that people were saying, people did. I did see another influencer launch a meme coin over on Solana that has a Pulse Chain badge. She's kind of well known in the community. And I don't know, this is everyone has the right to do what they want with their money. They have the right to do what they want with the blockchain. That's what's beautiful about decentralized, permissionless, listen to that word, permissionless, decentralized code. If they want to go make a meme coin over on Solana, God bless their hearts. It's up to you whether you want to follow them or not. If they don't get the activity that, they were hoping for, then, that's going to reflect in the price chart. So I don't know if that's why he followed, or the other reason could be because maybe his lawyers came to him and said, hey, man, we're going up against this trial. They could make this possible case of you following these particular individuals that you're given some expectations? I don't know. And then he went on and followed everybody because his attorneys said to. I'll tell you what, guys, I've been in a few lawsuits myself just through my real estate investing career. It's not pretty. It sucks ass. I hate it. You lose a lot of sleep. It's expensive. But, you do what your attorneys tell you to do. Like when they tell me to jump, I say how high, because those guys have the best interest for me dealing with whatever, I'm dealing with at the time. And so, yeah, I don't blame him for if that's being the reason why. And then we would see how would we know if that's the reason? Well, after the RH court case is done, then we'd see a different activity, him following people again. So I don't know. We'll see, guys. I don't know if it's because he just got tired of people making coins and, he did say that, or is it more of an attorney issue? I don't know. I really don't care. He did follow me because I had made a tweet last year about moving to Puerto Rico and not wanting to pay taxes out of my crypto gains, and he followed me from that. I guess he liked that. He liked the fact that I was not wanting to pay taxes out of my Pulse Chain gains come 2025. And that is the main reason why I'm here. So we got Ruth in the chat. What's up? What's up? Yes. Raymond, I hear Sami had a few words for you. Yeah, Sami makes a mention of us. If you know a particular more recent video, I don't get to watch all his videos. I try to watch 1 or 2 a day, but he does like 4. Like I can't keep up with all of them. If you know more of a recent one, we'd love to see it. DM me it. We'd love to check it out. Whether it's, he likes to make fun of us because we love the utility tokens. We do. But my portfolio reflects, I have some meme coins in there. I do have Tangang tickers in there. I do have Solid X in there. Now, those aren't the majority of my portfolio. The majority of my portfolio are the blue chips. But man, I am not letting these communities leave me behind. The Tangang is not going anywhere, guys. As much as you may or may not like them, there are certain characters in the Tangang that I think are toxic, and I can't stand. They're cringe to listen to in the Twitter spaces. But the overall community, that's not going anywhere. It's growing, unfortunately, and it's going to be here to stay. So I'm going to ride their tickers up, whatever. I do not care. I'm here just to make money. I'm not here to be right or wrong. What's up, Mitch, my man? How are you doing out there? Let me know what I know you have a conversation with my Puerto Rico tax attorney today, or my Act 60 attorney. Let me know what he says, man. Be very interested. Bright Light Crypto, what's up, my friend? Yep, we are here for it, man. I think this is the pulse bottom. I got proof for you here in a second. Well, I'm going to show that proof, but I'm here for it. So what's up? Urban Productions, people selling because of unfollow. Yeah, but it's not a lot on the price chart. I'll show that here in a second. I most of the sellers are out. They say when you're in a bear market and bad news does not push the price chart down any further, then you've kind of ran out of sellers. Now, I don't think this is bad news, in my opinion, but people who are maxis, people who are like, they don't know what to do without RH, and they feel like they have to use his follow as a kind of a credibility symbol. Like it's stupid, but like these people, I feel like the ones who have sold are already out. So, we'll see. If we go down deeper, I'm here for it. But I think we're going to run sideways from here, man. Of course, there'll be some volatility, a little bit to the up and down side. But I'll show you my proof here in a minute. Well, at least proof for me. That's, Coach, what's up, man? What's going on with PTGC? Hopefully it's doing well for you. Full disclosure, I own a small bag of that. Just kind of letting it ride. It's done really well for itself over the course of the last, 6 months. I bought a small bag of it early on as a, just as a lottery. So I still hold it. We'll see what happens. One of those entities most probably has over 300K. Yeah, I agree, Raymond. Definitely. We only know about one particular wallet. We do know that there was a lot of Ethereum given into the adoption amplifier. I don't know, how much of that Ethereum was used to pump the price of Hex versus, what was off ramp. Who knows? But that's the fun part about it is I feel like that particular wallet, not only in ETH, but BTC, like what does he have in BTC in particular wallets that we don't know about. I think it could be a lot. And I'm not willing to bet against a guy like that. So I'm just going to hold my assets and keep making money in the real world and bringing that money in along with onboarding. We're going to keep onboarding real estate investors. Like I said, we're going to be at an event, me and Dane, next week. We'll be at a real estate mastermind. These guys are apartment syndicators, and we'll be onboarding some of those guys. And if you guys want to talk more about that stuff, keep tuned into my show. We're going to be bringing more of that kind of information to you as we move on the bull market, because we want to be able to, provide a exit plan for you, if you will, instead of just cheating your bags and go putting that money in your bank account and get hit with taxes. Be cool to come on and do some real estate with us. So we're going to be talking more about that later on as we go through time. But at this time, we're onboarding these guys as much as we possibly can. And I feel really bullish for the future, my man. I really do. DJ Cryptomatic, let's go. Corey, interested to hear your take on it, man. It doesn't bother me one bit. He followed me because I tweeted one time that I moved to Puerto Rico for taxes, and he liked that. So he must not like paying the 3-letter agencies any money, which I don't either, if I can possibly help it. And I'm going to do what I can to not. And before Puerto Rico, once again, I used to use real estate as a way of not paying taxes. So I would make a lot of money on my fix and flips and wholesaling business. And then you could actually buy rental properties and offset a lot of those capital gains from your or earned income gains from your business through the real estate, through cost seg and depreciation. It's a great way to offset taxes and pile in assets to your net worth. We'll be talking more about that stuff, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be great stuff as we go along. Kitan, my man, what's going on? What do you think about SolidX? Has it hit the bottom? Yeah, I was saying that I think the 0.786 on the price chart. Maybe we'll take a look at it today. Was around $33. I don't know, man. Remember, this is just leverage on the blue chip asset. So in a lot of ways, guys, SolidX, I love the asset. I have a big bag of it. And Urban Production said I was thinking I was going to get scammed after 2 weeks. Man, bro, I'm still here. I got my Corvette. Look, I haven't sold it yet. And who knows? Maybe it is going to zero. Maybe he was right, and maybe we're scammed. But if you believe in the Firewall, if you believe in the community behind it, I believe it's a power play on the RH tickers. So if the RH tickers does a 10x, maybe SolidX does a 20, 40, or 50x. That's the way I look at it, man. It's just a massive leverage play on the tickers. So as long as we're sitting in Goblin Town down here, I think we're bottomed, in my opinion. And as long as we're down here in this bottom region and we see the sideways where we get a little bit up and then more selling happens, a little bit up, more selling. As long as that continues to happen, then I don't think SolidX is going to go to the moon anytime soon. If I was the Firewall, I would not pump that asset until there was some more bullish momentum in the ecosystem. That's me personally. Like, I don't know what he does. It's his money. And that's probably why he hasn't done anything yet. Let the FUD kind of play out. Let the sellers get out, and then he can do whatever he wants with that price chart. Solid hit a 2-month low. Maybe this is it. Maybe not. Maybe it continues going down. So I think when I was charting it, now I'm no professional chartist like Hans. I love watching Hans stuff, guys. Hans is, like, in my opinion, one of the best TA guys in our community. Point blank. There's the guy is just he'll call it out the way he sees it. If it's bearish, he'll tell you it's bearish. If it's bullish, he'll tell you it's bullish. And I would love to hear his take on the SolidX price chart to see kind of where we're at. Doesn't mean it's set in stone, but it gives you an idea whether or not you want to DCA, right? That's why I love that. Their coins always do well. Yeah, the Tangang coins, it's because of the community, man. And they do really good liquidity providing. That's how they exit their position. So they really educate the community. I love this part about them. I would be more engaged with them if it weren't for a couple of the guys who are really toxic. I love what they teach in there. And a lot of their fundamentals, they teach good liquidity providing, how to sell the price chart without hurting the price chart. And that's essential, man, in any ecosystem. If you want the coin to continue going up, And you can see that it's kind of done up and to the right, even throughout this bear market that we've had on the RH tickers today. Today 11. Cool, man. Awesome. Solid rug, buddy. It could be, man. We are going down, and maybe we go down all the way to Goblin Town to 0. I don't know. I'm here for it. I hold the bag, man. I feel like it's a big leverage play on the RH tickers. If the way RH tickers are a big leverage play on ETH. If you feel like if ETH goes and does a 10x and RH tickers can do a 20, 30, or 40x, this is the same thing, man. I feel like it's just a big leverage play because that's where the how Sami would say the treasury, if you will, the treasury is held in INC token and RH tickers. The way the treasury for Pulse Chain tickers is held in ETH. So you can kind of come to your own conclusion on that. Yeah, but maybe it goes down a little bit more. And if it does, I might DCA some, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Nice. I feel like SolidX is going to be fire. I think it will be, man, throughout the entirety of the bull run. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. And this guy, we've seen proof of his wallets. We've seen proof of his LP position. And we know his undying love to RH, man. Anytime you hear him talk, he just loves RH, so which is great. We're glad we have whales like that in our ecosystem, and we'll see, man. It'll be very interesting to see. Jenkins is the guy too. Yeah, I like Jenkins, man. I do like Jenkins for TA. I'm not going to say I don't like him, but Hans is my favorite guy for sure. But I like Jenkins. I watch his stuff. Yep. Hans looked at Solids a few days ago. He is bullish. Yeah, okay. That's good. So maybe we are hitting a bottom here. I don't know. I guess if you assume that we're hitting a bottom in Pulse Chain, we can continue running sideways. Maybe SolidX does the same. But the problem is what I noticed when you have these leveraged coins on top of something and you're needing that something to pump. I noticed even though if it runs sideways, that's something, if it doesn't pump, then the leverage play usually will still continue going down. I don't know. But we'll see what happens, man. I hope in the long run it does good. Gary, you scooping some of this dip? Or Gary, yeah, I am, man. I'm doing a DCA this week, to be honest with you. I'm going to be wiring money in today. So I'll be picking up a lot of the blue chip assets. Not a big wire, mediocre, small, big to mediocre. And we'll see what happens. Wonder how much ETH he's got. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know, man. I do not know. We do know there's going to be multiple wallets out there that could hold ETH from the adoption amplifier days. And plus, guys, look, here's the thing, man. Even off the blockchain, we know he's got a pretty good size net worth, like in both of these guys. So like it doesn't have to be on chain for us to go, okay, these guys are going to come in and do something with the price chart. I don't know. These guys love their tickers and they like to buy them. So we will see. I watch a couple TA guys. Everyone says August. Yeah, it's funny you say that, man. I'm going to show you what I've kind of done on my price chart before the show. See if it's going to be closer. Can't wait for it. Oh, yeah, Coast is going to be awesome, man. That's funny you say that, Mitch. I was going to do my wire. I haven't done my wire today. And the reason why I haven't done it is because I was going to go in the Coast chat room and figure out if they think that the U.S. is going to go live this week. And I would like to wait on my wire if the U.S. is going live. I hate going through Kraken. That's who I use. And then from Kraken to Ethereum. And Ethereum, by the time I get over there, man, it's a few $100s lost. It's not a big deal, but it sucks. Every $100, man, is what's that times 10? What's that times 20? I don't know. Is that how we're gonna go? Who knows? But I like to think about those things, and that's money lost, true money lost. So, what except firewall makes SolidX interesting in the whole long-term community, man? Community once again. You have the Axis community who loves it. You have Randy Hilarski's community. I love Randy Hilarski. And I'm part of their community. I've been part of Randy Hilarski's community for the entirety that's been out. I love watching his streams. Randy's good friends with these guys. So once again, it's the same reason why I'm in Pulse Chain is community. It's just a subset of community like the Tang Gang is. And that's why I'm bullish on Tang Gang tickers too, is community. These subsets are forming, and they're forming their own biases around why they believe what they believe. Who cares what those biases are? That's not the point. The point is the community. We're here to make money. We're not here to be right or wrong. And so I invest in communities, what I do. And so that's the biggest reason beyond Firewell why I see that happening. So, yeah. Mitch, I'm holding out so bad. Yeah, man. Keep holding, bro. The believers will be rewarded. I promise, man. I promise for me. Not for you guys. Never financial advice. We can go higher even without sacrifice of money. Metcalfe's law, yes, but John Paul's Hex, it could take a lot longer if you don't believe in the 300 ETH narrative and you don't believe there will be some kind of great rotation in the future or that is going to be used as a treasury, then it could take multiple cycles. We don't know. We still have a lot of sell pressure coming in from I call them the 15 to 45 cent Hex guys. These guys who rode Hex up from sub penny up to 15 to 45 cents, and that's what they use to sacrifice. They are still selling at a great profit. They can continue selling at a great profit. And so I feel like the ones who have sold are out, but any pumps that we start going on, they can continue providing sell pressure. So that's why it could take a cycle to flush out, man. And without the extra liquidity coming in, who knows? I do believe multiple cycles, you are correct. So, oh man, we got Mr. Bribes himself. Fast Abdul, can we talk bribes in Solid X, man? I want some more Solid X at these low levels, bro. And more blue chips too. I'm gonna be DCing into some blue chips this week. Yield farm while you're waiting, bros. Yeah, guys, go over and use the 2FUX protocol. It launched last week. I moved my liquidity over from the FUX protocol. Not that I had a lot, but I have what I call these throwaway farms where I don't mind about any impermanent loss, and I'm holding for the entirety of the market cycle. And I moved that over to 2FUX plus the little 2FUX coins. The position I had, I didn't have a big one. I was using my FUX rewards to sacrifice. For me, it's like I didn't have to put in new liquidity for that, and I went ahead and staked it. And so I'm sure I'm earning something there. Who knows? But those guys are building. I'm a big believer of all the builders. That is how we are going to get out of this mess. Is the builders? Make no mistake, and the communities, That's why meme coins are strong, in my opinion, because of the community that it fosters, or it's the community that has already been fostering and they're creating the meme coins. But same with the utility tokens. And I feel like the Solid X community with Randy Hilarski's guys, well, who else? Who's the Solid Index? Let me think. It's Randy, it's Axis, it's Crispy Man, and it's who am I missing there? That's Nope, Fire, Hexfire, Axis Token. Okay, I got them all. So that entire community, man, they believe in the builders, and a lot of them are still building. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We need the building to continue to on this chain. That way, when big money starts moving over, they have something to utilize. Hexy Bastard, the 9-inch ecosystem. Yeah, I agree. I like what Hexy Bastard does in the 9-inch ecosystem. I don't have big bags of it. I wish I had bigger bags. Maybe I should dollar cost averaging more over there. Because I mean, those guys are doing a lot of building too, and it's really cool. They announced that they were going to do a like a FUX type pool with the stable coins, and they were going to get V3 liquidity providing. So we'll see if it happens, man. I would love to see that stuff come out. Once again, it's all the building that I love. And yeah, Solid Hex also, or the Firewell, is a big investor in the 9-inch ecosystem. I think he was a top sacrificer for 9-inch, which is crazy. Solid Hex can be farmed on 2FUX and 9-inch. Yes, sir, it can, which is really cool. If you actually have the BBC token and stake it, you can do a one-sided liquidity for Solid X. I don't own BBC, so it's not something I can do. So I'm just buying my Solid X. I get my positions the old-fashioned way. What are your blue chips? Man, all the RH tickers and then anything above the RH tickers. So I got, Pulse X, even the hexes, even E-Hex a little bit. It's a bit of a lottery play because, all the FUD that was around it more recently, but I feel like it could move up, into the BankX sell wall. There's a lot of movement there. Who knows when it happens or if it happens? It's a great lottery play, but at least the 4 tickers, Pulse X, Inc, Hex, And then obviously Ethereum, BTC are even greater blue chips, but they're going to have less movement. You can kind of gauge a blue chip on community and market cap, in my opinion. And so we'll see, man. What do you take on the forked stables, man? I'm out of them right now. I'm out of them. I was out of the LUSD way before that more recent crash. I got a quick 10x on my money on the LUSD, and I took profits. And actually, my profits went into Tangang tickers. If you want to know where my profits went. And so, yeah, I'm out of them, bro. Right now, we'll see what happens. PDI obviously has a more, it's got a big community behind it. So I feel like it can maybe move more up and to the right, but be careful, guys. The whole dollar narrative, man. Here's the thing, man. A lot of people are shilling the dollar narrative. There's guys in PDI who hold hundreds of million of PDI, tens of million of PDI. So there's a few wallets that hold 100 million, or there's a lot of wallets that hold 10 million. Like, there's gonna be a lot of sell pressure going up to there. That's my opinion. That's why I do not hold any PDI currently. Not currently. When Lambo, next year, sir. It was always next year. And it's also on how big your position is. So if you only own a couple million of Pulse, Lambo's not coming. At least not this cycle. Maybe next cycle. Who knows? But more exposure is the answer usually. And next year, sir. What am I on next? I managed there's a room between where we're at in price right now and where the Bank XL wall. It can do anything in between there because it's very low liquidity. So I have small bags of it, and I might allocate a little bit more to that bag. Who knows? And plus, I have all my stakes. I never EES my stakes. In fact, I did a bunch of what I call market cycle stakes. This is about a year and a half ago, where I had stakes coming out every 6 months throughout the entirety of this market cycle, and I still have those EHEX market cycle stakes coming out. And so honestly, that's more than enough exposure for me if I wanted to sit and chill with those alone. Hex Glenn, what is up, my man? How are we doing today? Archie, good afternoon, all. 9-inch, man, yeah, I'm super bullish on it, man. And what I also like about 9-inch Mitch is that Hexy Bastard is not afraid to spend money for marketing. If you're not marketing, you're dying. This is true in any business and any investment. So he's going out there and he's paying to get, on what's his name's Mario, that space. He paid like $30K to be in that space, man. And now they get invited back for their regular discussion of meme coins. Like I'm happy that he's not stingy with his money. He provided liquidity. He's doing all the things that he should have been doing with that money. There are certain sacrifice guys who didn't do shit with their money, man, and they haven't been shown to do shit. I give props to the Fame team too, Buck and those guys. They're not stingy with their money. They paid for or helped pay for the MX, which in my opinion is a net positive to the community. No matter what people think, that's a net positive, man. That's a win. All these wins stack up. It's a little win, but I love it. And so Buck is the one that contributed to that, and he actually facilitated more of the community utility token guys who contribute. But there are still guys out there who didn't contribute shit, man, and they had the biggest sacrifices. That part disturbs me a little bit. I even saw, this is really cool, that Tetra, props out to the Tetra guys. I'm still a big Tetra fan. I have a bag, full disclosure, that they're taking it on their shoulders to make the Oracle, the fork of Teller. Before that was LL, and now they're not doing it no more. And so Tetra's doing it. I think they need it for their protocol. So I'm bullish on the Tetra protocol long term. It's a utility token once again. We'll see. Hopefully it pumps. Maybe not. Might not pump for a whole cycle. But I like what it's going to do. Either way, I think all these utility tokens will pump eventually. But the fact that they're taking it on their shoulders to build out the Teller Oracle fork is super cool. Makes me more bullish on those guys and makes me want to invest more in those guys. Makes me wish I didn't invest so much in the other guys. That's how it goes, right? We just never know. You think we'll have a Pulse Chain ETF this decade? So here's my thoughts on it. I saw there's a rumor going around about a Solana ETF. Who knows how true it is? If it's just a rumor. I think there will be an ETF that will be like an altcoin ETF eventually. And in this altcoin ETF, they'll have certain parameters that they have to, kind of check mark off of the box to put that, those coins in their portfolio. But I believe we'll see something like that. You might even see it this cycle. I don't know. If a Solana ETF goes live, then you might see just an altcoin ETF, or they can go in and add any layer one blockchains like AVAX, Phantom, which is their new blockchain. I think it's going to be called Sonic. And Pulse Chain could be one of those. Who knows? So that's where I can see maybe it happening. Or if we get some more retail type bull market FOMO coming in the Pulse Chain ecosystem, if we have our own little altcoin season, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. It's interesting to think about. Do not underestimate BankX threat on EX. Yeah, but man, it's like a 5 or 7x from here, man. I believe that the degens alone will pump that 5 or 7x. So for me on these lows, it could be worth a little bit of DCN into. And like I said, this is my money. Never financial advice. It could go to zero. Who knows? Maybe BankX pulls their liquidity and says, I'm tired of being patient, and dumps it all now. Who knows, man? This is crypto, man. This stuff is all high risk. High risk, high reward. I would love to hear Brizology take on Unfollow Crazy yesterday. Bring him in, please. Well, I'm going to plan on doing open mic this Friday. Even Dane's going to be gone all week. I'll be doing a few streams, and we're going to have open mic on Friday. Whether, Dane's not going to be here, so it'll be me. I'm planning on have open mic Friday, so maybe Briz will come on the show and talk on his opinion about it. I guarantee he's probably for it because of all the activity that's happened around, more of the mainstream influencers or maxis now launching their own coins. And so we'll see what he says. Yeah. Yeah, man. Why not? I mean, to me, it's about as ludicrous as P die to $1, to be honest with you. So why not? Let's take P die to $1,000, man. I only need to own 1,000 coins in, and then I'm good. For that portion of my portfolio, man, how much head stack a person need to retire to Psycho? Man, I wish I could answer that. I have no clue where Hex is going to go. I will tell you my honest opinion, John Pulse Hex. I know a lot of people will argue with me on this, especially with my friends. I am out of the blue chips, out of the 4 blue chips, or we'll keep with the 4. I am least bullish on Hex. I think Hex will be fine, but that's my least bullish ticker out of the 4 tickers of Pulse, PulseX, Inc., and Hex. I think Hex will have the least price performance out of those 4. I could be wrong. Just a dude on the internet. Once again, I don't know what I'm talking about. People are lazy. Man, people are always lazy, man. They just want free money. That's what they love. Any way they can, and that's why they're in crypto. They don't want to go out and create value in the real world, man. Create value in the real world. It's my thesis. Create value in the real world, create business, bring that money into crypto to leverage it, right? To get your 5x, 10x, 20x. And that way you don't have to rely on 1,000x or a 10,000x. And, I just never understood that ideology or that lottery mindset. It's just not for me, man. I'd rather go out and make money in the real world. And that way I don't need this stuff to go up, man. I don't. I can let this stuff could go sideways for another freaking year. Seriously, go sideways for another year. I'll keep making money in the real world and bringing it in. That's the thing, man. Go out and learn to create value. Learn to create value to this world. Become an entrepreneur. You heard RH talk about it multiple times. You heard him talk about it in sci-fi. He's all about being an entrepreneur and creating value, and then bringing that money in to beat the inflation. Beating from the big banks and the Fed, and them inflating the dollar to oblivion and stealing our value. Come in and put it in the tickers that you like. It doesn't have to be the RH tickers. Go put it in the other blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Chainlink. There's another blue chip for you. I remember who was asking earlier. I feel like Chainlink is a blue chip for sure. You could definitely go into just those and get yourself, a 3 to 5x on that money. Or you can add a little bit more risk and bringing it into other layer ones. For example, like Pulse Chain. But we're not the only layer one, right? You got Cardano. I feel like Cardano is the same risk as Pulse Chain. We actually went up more in Cardano in the beginning of the year. Phantom, same thing. I feel like we're the same risk as we are in Pulse Chain. You can go put they're building that Sonic blockchain, which is really cool. So they got some stuff on their roadmap. And who knows, but it's the same risk. You're in the same risk profile. And we did better than them in this last pump. And then you can go look at the price charts. AVAX, another one. I think AVAX did about the same we did in this last pump. And they're probably going to have a gaming season on their chain during this bull run. But once again, you're in the same risk profile as Pulse Chain. I'd rather hang out with you guys. You guys are my family, man. I'd rather just hang out with you guys. If I'm going to go in that risk profile, I'm going to put my money in Pulse Chain and be with you guys. That's the way I look at it. But any of those bets are probably a good bet if you want to go into those. Layer ones are usually a good risk, a very good risk to reward bet over the entirety of the bull run. And then you got all the stuff that's built on top of it, right? And that's where like the Tangain tickers come in and all the utility tokens and, the Solid X index and all the stuff that we fight about every day on freaking toxic Twitter. So stupid. Yeah. Please enable bribes on this YouTube channel. Man, I thought I did, man. I had super chats on this thing at one point, and I don't know if you're supposed to dox yourself or KYC yourself to keep them enabled. I got a few of them, and then I don't know what happened to it, man. It's I'll look into it. It's just I don't make my living from YouTube. So it's like, whatever. I'm just here for you guys, man. That's it. That is it. Oh man, AI Hex Builder. Guys, if you guys ain't following this Twitter account, you're doing yourself a disservice. This guy probably has one of my most favorite Twitter accounts in all of Hexaco. In fact, not in all of Twitter. Because he's providing real value beyond just crypto and RH stuff, right? He's got like a lot of conspiracy stuff that's really cool. It's got a lot of health stuff, a lot of like he's actually providing valuable content outside of the crypto space that takes time and energy, thought process, and research. So like if you aren't following the AI Hex Builder on Twitter, go follow him. He's got an amazing account. I love following the guy. I love watching his content. I learn from it. That's how I know it's valuable. And do you learn from that Twitter account, or is it just all toxic FUD and just stuff that makes you want to turn Twitter off? Don't follow those guys. Block them. Whatever. Most realistic, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you were talking about the RH ecosystem. 10 to 30x from the all-time bottom. And if a 30x from the all-time bottom, this is my opinion, and this is for my portfolio. Once again, it's never financial advice. If that does not interest you or does not make you excited or change the trajectory of your life, then you're underexposed, in my opinion. Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. And keep on with your Twitter, man. That's powerful stuff you're doing over there. 100%. Yes, sir. Agree, Corey. Sharks and Well class will be early and staking so much at a 10x from today. They'll severely hamper Hex price. Will P-Hex surpass 56 cents? I don't know, man. That's exactly what I think. It's an interesting thought process. I know typically on a cycle 2, and then Sami's done a lot of these examples, and I'm not good at going finding them. Maybe I will do a whole show about this, but you can go look at prior cycle coins that are not going to look like they're going to make it. They always hit like the 50% from the all-time high, 50% retrace. And so it's interesting to see if Hex hits 50% of the 56 cents, which would be around 28 cents. And that's the top for this cycle. I don't know. Right. But it's a cycle 2 coin, cycle 2 narrative, cycle 2, a lot of bag holders who I saw from the last RH pump. This was kind of an eye opener for me. The last time RH pumped P-Hex, a lot of that money that was in P-Hex flew over into Ink token. It flew over into Pulse X, and it flew over into Pulse. So it's interesting to see. I love the yield component of Hex. I hope it is the next Bitcoin. I have bags. I got stakes. I'm here for it. But you guys also know my opinion of long-term stakes. I have them. I got my bag of long-term stakes from when I won a lot in the ICOSA auctions back in the day. And I'm going to hold those just in case I'm wrong. Once again, I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm here to make money. So I'll hold those as my hedge. Otherwise, all the hex I buy these days is here for this cycle. Contrarian move. PX will outperform this bull as a baby of RH. It makes and breaks in reputation. I don't know, man, if that's a contrarian move, man. That's what all the big hex guys think. I see a lot of it that, it's RH's first baby. There's a pulse chain was built for hex. I don't know, man. I got bags of it just in case I'm wrong, though. We'll see. I hope so. If it does beyond all, man, I am totally cool with it. Like, look, seriously, I am not here to be right or wrong. I'm here to make money. If hex goes on and makes all times high, be it beyond 56 cents and goes to $1, man, still buying yachts. We are still buying yachts out here in Puerto Rico, and you guys are going to come out here and visit me, okay? We're going to come out here and have a lot of fun. Corey, outside of Pulse ecosystem, what other coins are you interested in? Man, I like to follow some of Sami stuff. I don't buy everything he shills. Like, I have some of the Wolf coin over there because obviously – if the Pepe narrative takes off again with that, particular meme coin, who knows what that does. I got a little bit over there. Nothing crazy, man. I got a little bit in layer one called a lithium. Very little bit. In fact, I would like a little bit more exposure in there. It could do well. It's supposed to be a direct competitor to Caspa, but once again, I feel like going into that layer one is the same risk profile as going into more Pulse. It really is. Guys, this stuff is all probably going to perform pretty similar when it comes to the layer ones. You'll have your outside runners where they were kind of like unicorns, like Caspa. Caspa did like a freaking 700x in the freaking bear market. It was insane. It kind of tells me that there might have been some underlying strings pulling that, though. Who knows? And maybe not. Maybe they just launched a fair crypto that nobody had pre-allocations in, and everyone bought it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, obviously some stuff on the Ethereum chain, man. I like Ethereum still. That's it, man. I keep my eye out for that. But mainly, man, I mean, 99% of my portfolio is in the Pulse chain ecosystem. And I will allocate in other places, but I don't know. We will see, kind sir. What else I go into? Yeah, man. Love your stuff. So much macro happening, retail orange. I know it's weird, isn't it, Archie? So weird, man. That Ethereum has not really, in my opinion, performed to the Ethereum ETF. It's 3,600, 3,700 a day. Man, it could be much higher. Much higher. Contrarian view of Paul P. Hex is to outperform everything the RH ecosystem makes. I hope you're right, man. I got big bags of it if it does, and if not, if I'm right, I need more allocation to ink if I'm right. I don't have enough ink exposure, to be honest with you. If I am right, I do have enough hex exposure. What if RH put a bit of a sacrifice money to buy 100 million worth of PDI? Man, yeah, sure. And then maybe Fast Duel is right, and we're going to $1,000 a coin. Are you in the same country as Randy Halarski? Nah, man, he's over in Panama somewhere, man. I have no idea. I'm going to go visit him soon, though. I know that. All right, let me see on any more comments. I do want to show you the price chart before we hop off today. For a moment, is Soda. He gives, yeah, I agree, man. He does good price calls on the short time frame, but understand it's only the short time frame. So unless you're trading in and out of these things like a trader, the only where I can see it could become a value for us long-term hodlers is using it as a DCA opportunity. But you're right. He has called some really cool price targets on the short term. And he's calling now, it looks like, once again, I think he's called bottom two on these blue chip or RH tickers or close to it. And so it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, man, I mean, I don't know if they're scammers, dude. Like, I got no problem with B-Roots. I got no problem, man. That's just me, man. I mean, look, just don't participate in this shit. You don't like the guy, don't pay him his $10. He's what I like about B-Roots is the honesty that he tells you, hey, I'm a pump and dumper. He tells you that basically. Like, that's it. Like, okay, well, that's the way you make money. You want to try to ride with them, pay him the $10. If not, then stay clear of them. Definitely don't buy the stuff that gets shielded after he's been talking about it for a while, because you know he's dumping. But man, that's what I like about him. So it's, yeah, just putting it out there. People think Richard will pump the RH futures. Yeah, man, maybe, man. There's this. Remember, there's guys with hundreds of millions of dye of this P dye, man. I don't see it happening. I'm not betting on it. Yeah, that's just me personally. And like I said, I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm here to make money, and maybe I'm wrong about this one. Oi, oi, what's up, Red Squirrel, my man? Long time no talk to. Tell you the truth, I've been back to the ETH chain for months. Man, there's good stuff over there, dude. It's like anything else. It's like anything else, dude. I mean, they're going to be meme coins over there that pop off. There's going to be utility stuff over there that's going to do well. It's got, the most liquidity. Yeah, find a couple of them, invest if you want, or just go in Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum is still going to be a good bet, dude. Like, no matter what. I mean, obviously the OA thinks so, right? Obviously the OA thinks that Ethereum's going to be a good bet. Nothing wrong with holding Ethereum and then getting a pump out of that, and then you rotate your profits in like the OA is going to do. Maybe that's a play. We think those guys are going to do it. You could follow that play, right? Yeah, I get it, guys. I get it. Not mention beards. I know that's who he talks about the most. Yeah, I already mentioned the 10th of June Telegram a couple weeks ago. It just stuck in my mind. Now I don't know what date that is. I think we're going to go longer than the 10th, to be honest. And I'll show you why I think that. Who listens to Soda Monday guy's a scam? I don't know. He's not a scam, man. He's just a Twitter influencer trying to do his thing, man. I don't think he's a scammer, though. I don't even think he's a coin. But, it's interesting. Everyone has their community and who they vibe with, and people are going to vibe with him. And he has had some pretty good calls. I will say that. All right, let me show you this, guys, why and you guys already know this stuff, but I'm going to show it to you anyways, because this is why I think we are where we are at. So, guys, this is Pulse Chain, man. And if you want to know what's going on in any ecosystem, you should not only, you could chart all the rest of the coins, but like you should understand where the spear is out. Sami likes to call it the spear. And that's because that is what everything is valued in. Just for example, like you guys are talking about some Ethereum stuff. If you want to know how, these coins are going to end up doing, we need to know what ETH is doing first, right? And since ETH is not really doing much right now, which is shocking, actually, in my opinion, but since it's not doing much, I don't expect any of the coins on top to do much. But man, this is what I think in Pulse Chain. Now, the bullish thing that I have seen on this chart, I'm going to show you two things that I love that is bullish, is if you zoom in here we close a weekly candle in the green. Anytime you zoom out on price charts, now for my peanut brain, I'm not a chartist like Hans and, who was the other one that was mentioned earlier? Jenkins. I need to zoom way out to see what is going on as far as the underlying fundamentals. And if you zoom way out, you can see where we're going. This looks like we could be forming some kind of bottoming structure, in my opinion. I myself called bottom right around this area. Whether I'm right or wrong, who knows? Maybe it gets smashed down more. But the fact that we printed a green candle and it wasn't a doji. This is a doji. They call these, I think, a graveyard doji because it's not really a candle. It's just like a cross. So usually it means indecision, whether it's a red doji or a green doji. It's indecision. But this one here shows a little pump to the upside. And you even go out on the monthly. I love this. Now, I know we're early in the month, and this could close differently by the time we get to the end of the month. But as far as the monthly is concerned, this is the first green candle that we're starting to print on the monthly. Let's see if we can hold this green candle throughout the rest of the month. We've got a lot of month left, but that would definitely indicate to me a reversal. I want to buy inside that monthly, though, before the monthly shows me it's a reversal. A reversal is like, it's like stamp on the monthly. I'm sorry. On the monthly, you're like stamping it in stone. It's like, this is a done deal. We are reversing, but I want to be able to catch some of the move before that happens, because it could be a plus 10, 20% on the monthly, which is big, guys. I don't want that. So like I'm watching the weekly, and the weekly is still pretty massive, and you got a red candle on this week. This is, once again, I think the little FUD that we saw from RH unfollowing everybody. You can see it's not very drastic though. It's not. It's small in my opinion. We'll see what happens. You can continue going. Today's Monday. We got the rest of the week, but I'm super stoked about the weekly candle closing green. This one can close red, and then we can close green and close red, and it can run sideways, guys. Literally, I have it mapped out all the way into about October before the W gets created. We heard Hans talk about this W before. This massive W printing could be absolutely parabolic once we break it. But why did I gap it out so long? It's because I took the time frame from the first red candle on the SEC FUD and mapped it all the way out to the red candle before we saw big wallets starting to buy again. And that put us, which is kind of funny, guys. I'm telling you guys, we're just in a movie and the script's already been written. You just got to find the pieces, the puzzle pieces, the clues that the universe or God leaves for you. For me, it's God that leaves for you to have the belief in the ecosystem. But man, it's funny how you map this out and it puts us right in the end of October. Well, what else is in the end of October? The RH case. So we'll see what happens. For me, this is pretty good confirmation for my money. Once again, I'm just a dude on the internet. I'm just a dude on the internet speculating on his own money, and I'm gonna speculate a little bit more my money in this ecosystem because I like what I see here, and we'll just see what happens. It's for me, this is extremely bullish. You can see we are under the 0.786. We are in deep value here. So anything you buy down here, which is roughly from 4065, well, all the way down, right? Right now we're at 404, what is it? 4049. Anything in there, man, you're deep in value. And you can buy in for preparation for this massive parabolic move up. And once we break this top, there's no telling how high we can go. And especially if we break this top, because that top is price discovery. If you go on break the all-time high, that puts us in price discovery, and then we can go anywhere. Who knows what we could do, but it'll be fun to be on that ride. And if I'm wrong, that's fine too, because I'm still making money in the real world, right? I continue creating value and bringing money in, and I'm going to continue creating value. I'm not going to stop anytime soon. But guys, this is what I like. I like to zoom way out on the price chart. I like to figure out what it looks like. You know, the good TA guys, they'll tell you they don't need the news. They only need the price chart. And the more you zoom out, the more true the price chart is. And so right here on the weekly, I like it. We'll see what happens when we close this week, and we'll see what happens when we close the month. But I don't want to wait for a monthly green candle. For me, I would want to be in with my new DCA before that monthly green candle, because it could be up 20% on the month, 10%, and who knows? I want to be in already because I think we bottom. But once again, it's just the opinion of a dude on the internet. Were you guys able to see that? I hope so. I hope I did that right. Looks like I might have done it right. You guys are saying you guys are still on your normal conversation. So I got 400 people viewing. Can you guys smash the likes and hit the subscribe for me, please, so we can keep bringing this content for you all throughout this bear market and into the bull market. Make no mistake, altcoins are still in a bear market. Bitcoin's in a bull market. It's been a bull market since last year. But if you're watching on Twitter, come over and smash the likes and subscribe too. Help us push the algorithm. And if you want to come and do some real estate with us in 2025, we will be here for that. I'll be talking a lot more of that when that time comes, and how you guys can get involved with us on that, because real estate really is a bear market hedge. I know a lot of you guys think T-shares are. That's fine. But for me, real estate's a bear market hedge. So I will be doing that. So let's continue back to the chat. He's been wrong on his bottom calls. Has he been? Hey, I don't know. From what I've seen, it looked like he's been pretty accurate. But there's, like I said, it's a short time frame, man. It doesn't really matter. Like if you're trading this stuff, cool. Like, or if you're trying to do some DCAs, maybe you can use that to your advantage. But man, if you're, it doesn't really do much for me, right? And if you're trading, cool. I put my wrapped. Yeah, man, I love that move, man. I know you were holding some wrapped Ethereum. That's cool. man, I think we bottom, bro. Like, dude, this price chart is beautiful. This FUD, from RH, just recently is it didn't do anything to the price chart, man. Like, whatever, dude. Like, cool, man. And I'm glad he's not following nobody no more. Nobody can use that as clout. Screw you guys. Yeah, we're all this together. We're thick as we're the community, right? We don't need to lean on his follows. I mean, that's just that's stupid. It's on. I don't know what that is. Oh man, Sprack's another one of my favorite TA guys. This might be a bottom. Yeah, man, I like it that we got a weekly green candle close, and that the RH kind of recent FUD didn't really push the price chart down that much. To me, it seems like we have seller exhaustion, a stream seller. Now, it doesn't mean that someone like Rackham could come in and not smash the price chart. Of course he could. Like, I don't know, man. There's some wells in there that can still do it, right? But you got a lot of these bigger wells gone, like Nick Cherry. He's gone. Like, guys, he's out. This is cool. Those coins are more evenly distributed now over amongst the dolphins and turtles. This is what we want. This is what we want. Yep. Ari's blocked me up. What did you do, bro? You're like the nicest guy. Like, what? Why do you block you? Still buying. Yeah, absolutely, man. I am here for it. I'm here with you guys. I think this is the greatest community in Pulse Chain, period, in the story. There is no question about that. Greatest community in crypto, I mean. There's a plan to create a stable coin on Pulse. Arch mentioned it. Been part of the big plan from the start. It's currently being created. And I don't think P-Dye is that, man, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think P-Dye is that stable coin that he was talking about back in the day from his streams. It's just not my opinion, sir. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong. I'm always wrong, man. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. There isn't. You step back and learn from it when it happens. Why is a scam? I don't know what you guys are talking about. And ink is cheap. It is, man. I'm accumulating some ink this week. I don't have enough ink in my bag. I got enough hex in my bag. I got enough pulse in my bag. I feel like I could accumulate more ink and I could accumulate more pulse hex. I got a good sized pulse hex bag, but it could be a little bit bigger. It could definitely be bigger. Let's pop back in. Slight correction on Tetra. The Oracle is just slight correction on Tetra. The Oracle is not needed for Tetra to operate. Okay, this is good. The team just did it to help support and up. Oh man, that's awesome, man. Look, man, crypto ethos. That's probably one of the most bullish utility, protocols that are launching on Pulse Chain is Tetra, in my opinion, and that's why I hold a bag of it. I hope they come out and swing in, and I hope this protocol is everything they talked about. It could be absolute sleeper if it is. So, thanks, Archie. Smash the likes. Come on, guys. Help our algorithm today. Let's get us where anywhere who's searching in the Pulse Chain ecosystem sees our videos. At the very least, maybe even Ethereum. It'd be cool if people started seeing our videos searching for ETH, but I doubt that will happen. But who knows? Nice, well done, sir. Ahead of the curve, man. Yeah, let's get ahead of the curve. Don't wait for the monthly green candle to close. The monthly green candle is the stamp, like it is like the seal and approve, like it's done deal to me. But man, I don't want to wait for that. The weekly green candle is enough confirmation for me. I want to get some liquidity in now. Maybe you could do a 50-50. That'd be a great way. Like you put 50% of your DCA now, and then you save 50% for that monthly close to see if we're going to go any lower. But I feel like, man, for me, the risk versus reward, I am cool here. 50% Echo, 50% RH, Eco, and 50% another chain. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, man. We are not maxis by any stretch of the measure on this show. We recommend, if you feel confident or more comfortable in your risk profile to diversify that money, go do it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of other good blockchains out there. And there's a lot of blockchains with community. This just happens to be my favorite. That's all. But yeah, go do it, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You said our fundamentals don't matter as long as, let's just say, show me the chart and I will tell you the news. Yeah, man. That this is totally true, Raymond. We got Sprack Burger in the comments. He will attest to this. He does not need any news. He will tell you what's going to happen before the news happens. And the news is the reason why it happens. And it's funny how it works that way. And that's why I try to zoom out, man, all the way to the weekly, to the monthly. For me, it's like if I can look at there and kind of see what's going on, then I can kind of get a real good gauge of where we're going in the future. And for me, man, it looks like we're bottomed. But once again, I could be wrong. It just takes one well to smash that price chart down, man. And that's fine. If he smashes it down, dude, I'll freaking DCA again. I am not afraid. Still the best community. Yeah, Hex Monkey, that's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here. I'm here because of you guys. You guys are what make this community or what make the RH tickers. You guys make our show, man. We appreciate you. We thank you so much for being here throughout this crypto journey with us. No ink was cheaper. Oh yeah, man. Ink at 40 cents. God, I bought a little bit down there. I mean, talking like dust in comparison. I wish I'd have bought more, man. Jeez. Everyone thought it was just a dump token. That was the narrative at the time. It was like, this is just a dump token. The whales and sharks will dump it to oblivion. Just look at Pancake Swap. Blah, blah. That's all you heard. And so I kind of fell for that narrative. I wish I would have not. I wish I'd have DCA'd more. But hey, we kind of have a second chance here. It's at $2.40, I think. Let me look. Where is the E token today? $2.45. You know, I don't know. Is that the bottom for ink? Maybe, maybe not. It could still have another red candle. Maybe you get it around $2.20, man. That's a good buy. This thing has been as high as $80, guys. Like 80, it was already there once. Even if you have that 50% retrace rule on the macro for the charts, it puts it at $40. So even at $40, like I just do the math backwards. What do I need as far as coins to make? You don't have to be your entire, right? This is a portion of your portfolio. You have other coins, but for that portion of your portfolio, how many coins do you need to make it interesting at $40 a coin? That's how I back it out for me. And I have a number in mind, and it makes it interesting for me. I've already kind of met that number, but I want more. I don't have enough exposure. Not in the ink token. If you are a squid currently, you're the best bet to be a shark for cheap as ink. Yeah, I agree. Ink is a good play, man. I think a lot of people are wrong about that coin. So time to back of the trunk on ink at Solid X. I agree 100%, man. I'm there with you, Mitch. I'm a buyer this week. I don't know if I'm gonna buy any Solid X. I got a lot of Solid X. I feel like my exposure is pretty deep there. Of course, I could buy more, but I do want some of those blue chips, man. There's no why you think Pete Eisen, what he was talking about, man, there's 100 million people. I mean, there's people with 100 million PDI in their wallet. 100 million. There's a lot of people with over 10 million. Like, is Richard going to sell? Is Richard going to absorb all that sell pressure? I don't know. Look, man, it's just me personally. I could be totally wrong about this, and I don't think that's what he had in mind was the fork copy of his own stable coin. I think it's going to be his own branded stable coin, but I could be totally wrong too. And look, it could happen. I got a lot of my friends, even the guys in our community, have big bags of PDI. Totally cool with it. I tell them like, hey man, that's a good bet. It is a good bet. It just, for me, the upside potential from here now is almost like buying the blue chips. You might get a 5, 10, 20x out of ink out of PDI from here. And that's my opinion, man. And I'd rather go in the blue chips at that point. Could be wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know. Could be wrong. What do you think about Merlin Swap, B Square Network, or BitSmiley? These are all Bitcoin staking protocols, indexes for Bitcoin layer 2 blockchain. Merlin chain is the layer 2. I have not looked into a lot of anything Bitcoin related. In my opinion, if I'm going to speculate out of RH, it will be over on the Ethereum network or other cycle 2 layer 1s that have the potential of doing that 20, 30, 40x. I don't think anything in Bitcoin does. Maybe this does because it's a brand new protocol. Who knows? But that for me is what I don't need to go too much further than any other layer 1 EVM chains, basically. I do have a small bet in the X1 chain. I have some Zen that, I created some stupid mints, and I got that Zen. So it's going to sit there. And that's my small speculative play on the X1 chain. Who knows? I don't think X1's going to come out this cycle. It might be next cycle, and all that Zen might have been a waste. Who knows? Sold ink at $65, but man, that it was the play of the century, Raymond. Oh my God. That is amazing. Congrats on that, bro. I, sir, was not in that camp. Nope. I didn't have any ink at 65. I had a small bag from farming it, right? But that was it. That was it. So we're all going to make it because we give more fucks here on Pulse Chain. Yes, we do, Bright Light. We give more fucks. I am here for the Fucks Protocol and 2Fucks. I support those guys. Any guys who are building and bringing utility and purpose to the blockchain are, in my opinion, are doing the Lord's work in Pulse Chain. So my sister's a newbie and could buy 1,000 with Pulse Chain tomorrow. What would you spread it on? Man, that's a tough one, dude. $1,000. Man, if that's all I had and that's all I was going to invest, man, you might want to look at some of the meme coin plays. Because, I mean, if you get a 10x or a 20x, it's not going to really change your life, right? And so, why is my camera blurry? Come on. Stop being blurry. There we go. Maybe I'll cover my eyes. They're helping. I don't know why it's blurry today. It's weird. It won't focus. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. If she was bringing $1,000 a month into the ecosystem, it's a little bit of a different story. That's a good dollar cost average strategy. If she's just 1,000 one time, I guess if you were to choose the blue chips, it would be ink. In my opinion, that's my opinion, man. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was his intention. I don't follow it, dude. Yeah. I'm focused on your mic. Boom. Yep. Well, guys, I am going to wrap it up for today. Like I said, I'll be coming all week. I should be coming on. I might miss a day or two, but Dane's going to be off all week. He's out on the lake, and we'll definitely be having open mic Friday. We are leaving next week to be going to a real estate mastermind out in Boston. That should be a blast. In fact, I think we're going to the ball game that Sunday. If I'm not mistaken, I'll have to look. My camera is focusing on my mic. Wait, was it doing that before, dude? Why is it doing it now? So weird. Just checking. Come on. I don't know. Either way, we're wrapping up the show anyway. So yeah, guys, hit the likes, hit the subscribe. We want to keep bringing the good word of Pulse Chain all throughout this bear market and bull market. And any real estate stuff that we're doing. We got 463 of you watching. A lot of you guys on Twitter. Come over to the YouTubes, smash the likes once again, hit the subscribe. And guys, don't get fudded out, man. If you believe in the ecosystem, dollar cost average in. If you don't believe in the ecosystem, that's fine. You can go sell your bags and take it over to somewhere else. But right now, there's not much else going on. And so I feel like you'd be selling a bottom if you'd be doing that, but you can do it. I mean, it's your money. Do what you want. I will be there to buy your bags. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'll tweet or not tweet. I'll put it on YouTube if I'm streaming tomorrow. So should be though. We'll see.